All right, so it's been a couple weeks since we started shooting my new series entitled Vengeance, and I want to talk to you guys about everything that went wrong on this shoot. So this new series, tentatively titled Vengeance, is written, directed, and executively produced by yours truly. Now, the executively produced word is doing a lot of heavy lifting here because this is an absolutely no budget project. All the money that we gathered for this project is literally to book the locations, the permits, the foods, the drinks, and to take care of everybody. So as you can see here, we did actually shoot a part of the film in my apartment, and my apartment is the size of a large closet, okay? It does not fit multiple people comfortably. I had to end up getting a storage and moving a lot of my stuff out into the storage unit to make sure we had enough space for all of our camera gear and for 2 other people to be walking around this apartment comfortably, with also 2 dogs. Now you see this wonderful park that we shot in. It's me and Jason, my DP, found this by happenstance by taking the water taxi in Fort Lauderdale. We just saw it randomly, and I ended up deciding to want to use this for the opening scene of the film. And it was so hard to get this because this park was literally going under construction the weekend that we wanted to shoot, and so we had literally a very tiny 3-hour window when we were able to get into this park because they had events, they had this all kinds of stuff going on, but I really wanted this place, so we had such a short time window to get in there, film the opening scene, and get out. And while we were there, there was boats driving by with music, you know, the train going, cars zooming by, you know, people in Miami drive, and lots of crazy characters. Now this scene was filmed in an office building downtown, which I was so excited that we were able to get something like this. I've never filmed in something like this, and it really just gives that boardroom, high-end, high-quality, like multi-million-dollar business look. Like, we were so excited to get in here. There was nothing that really went wrong here. So this restaurant was the main location for our first episode, and absolutely 0 complaints. It ended up being way better than what we thought it would be. Our DP did an incredible job making a just generally nice restaurant look like a 5-star Michelin type of establishment. But that's not where things went wrong. We had a lot of issues with our second lead actor. So a week before the shoot, our second lead actor contacts me and lets me know that he has sunburnt himself beyond recognition. He sends me a photo. I mean, he is as red as a tomato. He's got sun poisoning developing, like just completely made himself unshootable. However, over the course of the few days leading up to the shoot, it looked like it was starting to get better. So I was like, okay, just don't make it worse. Like, we'll be able to deal with this. And worst case scenario, we might have to get makeup or get a makeup artist. This budget did not have that in there, but we would have done it. I'm not gonna lie, this shoot was super stressful for me because this was my largest shoot yet. Working on specific locations, not like in a studio or something, but like booking a restaurant, booking a studio, getting permits to shoot in the park downtown. Like, I had not done anything like that as yet up to my career as a director and producer. Of course, I've worked on plenty of productions in all kinds of places, but as myself, as a director and producer, as you can see right here, this is my first time doing that. And I booked all the stuff myself. I'm outside of the restaurant where we're going to be getting our catering, and I'm about to go inside and purchase all the food for the next day when I get a text from our lead actor who is telling me that he's having car trouble and his cars break down and this problem, that problem, all kinds of stuff, and basically he's not going to be able to make it. Now, under stress, I'm usually somebody who gets like really stoic and like, okay, well, this is happening, so let's figure it out. And, I tried to, tell him like, listen, like, we'll get you over here, train, plane, bus, like there's flights that leave at 5:30 to come over here. He was actually coming from the west coast of Florida. And, for me, I'm like, listen, this is this is sucks, but we can get you here. Like, it's not like you're in Los Angeles or something like that. You're literally like 4 hours away. We can get you over here on some mode of transportation. But I don't know if it was the stress that got to him, the cold feet, the Showtime jitters, I don't know, but he ended up completely ghosting me. Which was so crazy after speaking with someone for weeks and talking on the phone and like doing a rehearsal and like talking about outfits and doing all this stuff, you know, to just disappear like that. It was really sad. I felt really hurt by that. However, we had done so much planning. We had so many things come together. We had so many extras. We had food, bought stuff, all this kind of stuff. People had taken off work to be here. So the show somehow had to still go on. Honestly, I was really freaking out at this point because, like, the thing with a production is you think that things are gonna, things are gonna go wrong, things are gonna fall apart, but there's just certain things that, like, I didn't really expect certain things to happen, like sunburning yourself to death, dropping out of shoot the day before, potentially losing the location. Like, actually, the restaurant that we originally were supposed to shoot up, we did end up losing that location. So this restaurant ended up being our second place. I forgot to say that because there was just so much stuff. So anyway, at this point, again, after I lost our second lead, I started to freak out here. And I'm talking with the DP, trying to figure out something like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I ended up contacting another local actor that I know that looked the part. Like, he had to look a certain way because the story is about race, class, gender, it's a political crime thriller. So like, these things matter, you know what I mean? You can't just throw anybody into his role. It's just not gonna hit the same. And so I did talk to someone who did look like the role, but he said yes, but then he ended up saying no because he had a lot going on. It was the day before, it was short notice, like, it was completely understandable. And then last minute I remembered that one of our crew members, our AC, Antonio, I love you, Antonio, if you're watching this, he had mentioned that he wanted to act in something that I was gonna do. And so that's him right there. So we ended up casting him last minute, like literally like 12 hours before the shoot. And he said yes and just hopped right in there and like, yeah. Antonio is a good friend of mine. You see him right there again. And he is actually super perfect for the role. Like, he fits the character to a T, personality wise, looks wise, like everything just kind of fell into place. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, this script, actually, I don't think I said this. The script is very long. It's very dialogue heavy. And our new actor, got the script the night before at like 1 a.m. Okay. And we had a full day of shooting the next day. Seriously, bless his heart, he tried his best. We were able to get most of the shots that we needed, but obviously there was no way he was going to be able to remember the script in 12 hours. Like, it was just not possible. So we shot a lot of our actresses' shots. We shot the interiors. We shot 2 shots. I had to feed him lines, and we did really long takes. Like, I could get into this and more in depth in another video, but like, it was crazy. Like, but as you can see here, we made it happen. We still got a lot done. That footage looks absolutely beautiful. Like, as you can see, this is a still of our actress. You can see this is a still of Antonio, our co-lead, and these were some from The Office. And I'm just really happy with how everything looks. We have some pickups and reshoots coming in the next couple weeks, and I am really, really looking forward to finishing the first episode of my Vengeance series. If you are interested in learning more about film production, you want to be a filmmaker yourself, please follow me, because you're going to be able to see how this series, like the production process, evolves in real time. You'll get behind the scenes photos and videos and insider film production information. And please, if you're interested in helping support this series getting made, it is a timely political crime thriller, please hit me up in the DM. In this video, I talked to you guys about all the crazy things that went wrong, and in the next one, I'm going to tell you about all the things that went right.